Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Greetings, galactic guides and leaders of our cosmic legion of light. Happy new moon in the water sign of Scorpio the Scorpion, as La Luna joins up with Mercury the Messenger in the sign of the Scorpion. All starseed earth angelics of the 144 are diving deep into the unknown waters of the infinite to bring all to the surface from the shadow to be healed and transmuted in the holy light of heaven on earth. In the shadow of the dark moon of endings and new beginnings, our local Solaris sends a trinity of C-class solar flares into the quantum field to help shift this realm into the higher frequencies of the fifth dimension and beyond. We have reached critical mass of our great awakening and passed beyond the point of no return to make our great shift of the ages into the new golden age of enlightenment for all sentient beings of the way. As Shakti dances with Shiva through the cosmos, the eagle flies with the condor to usher in the pure land of eternal life for all good people of Terra Nova Gaia Galactica. Mothership 33 of the New Jerusalem. A'ho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, Keen 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release a powerful divine invocation for the new moon in Scorpio. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Brother of the Light, Pars Kute. We are experiencing a massive evolutionary leap at present. We are now at a pivotal moment as the Earth moves ever more fully into the luminous waves of our Alcyon star's photon belt, which is a vast loop of heightened photonic frequency of the higher fourth and fifth dimensional vibrations that are reconfiguring the vibrational frequencies of our planetary field. We have completed a 26,000-year cycle. As our entire solar system moves into a different sector of space, the Earth has ended a cycle that has taken her into the deepest, darkest parts of our universe, and she has now re-entered the higher spectrums of light. During this time, the divine order for humanity's full awakening will commence. This cosmic event represents a significant shift in the energetic landscape of our Earth, ushering in an era of transformation and awakening. We are stepping into the embodiment of fifth dimensional light. We are doing this as a living vibration within our cells, our hearts, and our energy fields. This embodiment is a profound realization of our true essence, a recognition that we are not separate from the infinite spirit, but an integral part of its divine purpose. We are remembering our multidimensional nature and reclaiming the divinity, which is our birthright. This process involves our individual awakening, which contributes to the collective remembrance of who we truly are as the divine essence of our beloved creative source. As the frequencies intensify, we may feel the momentum pushing us forward, urging us to release old vibrations. This will allow for expansion and renewal. Trust this process, for it is a natural part of our evolution. We are rising, we are awakening. We are returning to the truth of who we are, shedding the layers of illusion and stepping into our divine power. Each step we take is a contribution to the collective awakening, and together we are creating a new reality rooted in love, compassion, and unity. Choose light and it grows exponentially to assist the shifting of perspective to healing and the merging of realms. Within infinite source love intelligence, Pars Kute. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sophie Gregoire. Today's Oracle, fresh wave of blessings finding you. 144 flowing in. As much as it has been intense and tough, it is about to be new, magical, and uplifting. Congratulations for not going back to old cycles that you knew were not good to you. You have been courageous for closing what had to be closed. Your spirit team is proud of you. Now the fire of a new beginning starts to feel present. Freedom calls you. The weight has clearly faded away. You are ready for this new dawn. You can feel it in your bones. There is this sensation that a new world is opening for you, and it is true. Get ready to receive. Feel hope returning, wave after wave. And today from Divine Star of the Light Shay from Numbers by Shay Numerology. 11-19-25. Life is felt very personal this month. Hard to get past your stuff, to get out of your own head and your own way. Hard to care, to know what to feel, what to do, what to fix, how to react. It doesn't get any more personal than that, but it's necessary. Otherwise, you'll try to distract yourself, escape, blame others, medicate, retreat, or repress. Anything but right action, which is to burn in it, to go so deep that pretense can't survive, lies die off, conditioning makes no sense. The world doesn't own your heart, and you're left sitting in the truth that you exist, simply that. And that's enough of a seed to plant for a rebirth, a fresh start, a light finding light. Today is for you to find yourself without judgment, just a being beautifully self-aware and uniquely personal. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Raylene Brady. The intra-dimensional doorways of our beloved Gaia Galactica are reconfiguring with those of the surface Earth now. Pineal portals fully igniting between our brows. That which was mal-aligned, currently in course correction. Holding true to the originator principles of all dimensions, coinciding here on the earth and in the stars. Mirroring divine reflection. The spin path of our mother is the spin path of our sacred blood song, in which all belong, beyond contrived notions of who's right, who's wrong, unveiling the visionaries, ours to claim all along, igniting the eternal flame, unified field, one and the same, pure quantum exchange, potentized, Hertz removes Hertz, the wise are actualized, the crowning jewel of the cosmos, now returning to her stellar brethren as the bell of the starry ball. We too are invited, one and all. Your life is golden, your life is a key, impulsing all throughout eternity. Rise, Homo Luminous, rise and shine. With love, Raylene. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Kirsty Elizabeth. Mystic Moonlight. The quiet turn inward, navigating the November 20th new moon. In the stillness of the dark moon, we do not need to do anything. We simply need to be. As we arrive at the new moon on November 20th, the sky turns dark, offering us a profound moment of pause in a world that constantly demands output, noise, and action. This lunar phase is a gentle permission slip to stop, occurring in the deep, intuitive waters of Scorpio. This new moon is less about setting aggressive goals and more about tending to the soil of your inner world. It is an invitation to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and listen to the quiet hum of your own spirit. The emotional climate, depth over distance. Scorpio is the sign of the depths. It is not interested in surface-level small talk or fleeting distractions. It craves what is real. Under this influence, you may find your focus shifting from the external world to your internal emotional landscape. You might feel a natural pull toward solitude, a desire to withdraw from social obligations to recharge, sensitivity, feeling emotions, yours and others, more acutely than usual, truth-seeking, a sudden clarity about what is working in your life and what no longer resonates with your soul. This is a time of emotional honesty. It is a moment to look at your feelings, not as problems to be solved, but as messengers to be heard. We are being asked to trust that the cycles of our lives are unfolding exactly as they should. We are being asked to trust that in the darkness, when we cannot see the path ahead clearly, growth is still happening. The seed in the ground does not strive or struggle. It simply rests in the dark until it is time to bloom. And today from divine Star of the Light Devyani sing Isis channelings. Scorpio new moon, 20th of November. The third consecutive new moon in the final degrees of the zodiac since the eclipse, with 6 planets in retrograde. Not a time to set new intentions, but to tie up loose ends, call in closure where there is unfinished business, and release that which struggled to take off. A new moon following the death of Venus's morning star. Venus Inanna entered the gate of death by intent on the 18th of November at Earth's star chakra, the final gate before she disappears into the underworld. The underworld is the womb of creation, post-destruction. And thus, in the womb of the underworld, the old skin of the serpent, us, is shed and offered as a compost for the rebirth. It's befitting that the year of the serpent ends with Venus Inanna in the womb, tomb of the underworld, as both the serpent and the womb as spiritual equivalents, both are representative of goddess feminine energy, transformation, transmutation, prophecy, healing, union, and guardianship of the cosmic egg of new potential. As Venus Inanna transits the underworld womb for the next 3 months in the year of the serpent, the invitation to sit in the discomfort of the certainty of death of some aspects of our being, and the uncertainty of what will replace that which is falling apart, and if in fact a replacement even happens. To rest, slow down, recalibrate, and pour into yourself an initiation into surrender, letting go, faith, trust, and above all, grace. Venus will be reborn as the evening star on the 17th of February 2026, coinciding with the birth of the lunar year of the horse, carrying the frequency of healing momentum and victory, with the focus on womb energies with Saturn at final degrees of the final zodiac of Pisces for the final time. We are once again required to release resentment held in the womb space. What is your womb trying to tell you? Speak to it, and it will show you what it needs to shed in order to birth with you the life you envision. The healing process, like the womb, moves in spirals of disillusion and creation. May your faith be bigger than your fears. May your dreams be bigger than your doubts. Sake na, from isischannelings.wordpress.com. From the Order of the Star, the Global Reset, a new vision for humanity. Humanity stands at a crossroads. The old systems that shape the modern world are collapsing under their own weight. The financial structure is failing. The educational model is outdated. Governments are overwhelmed and disconnected. Global poverty is rising, and technological power has far surpassed the consciousness guiding it. The world we inherited is no longer capable of supporting the future we are moving toward. What humanity needs now is not another reform or temporary fix. It needs a complete transformation, a reset not based on destruction but on evolution. A new vision for civilization, one that is built for humanity, not against it. The truth is simple. The old world model was created in a different era, for different purposes, under different values. It was built on scarcity, hierarchy, control, and competition. That foundation no longer serves the human spirit. It no longer aligns with the level of awareness people are awakening into. The world is ready for something new, something higher, something worthy of the next generation. A global reset begins with recognizing that every major system, economic, educational, governmental, social, and environmental, must be redesigned from the ground up. The financial system must shift from debt and inflation to stability, transparency, and value anchored in real assets. Education must shift from memorization to empowerment, teaching people how to think, not what to think. Governments must shift from power structures to service structures, acting in the best interest of humanity rather than maintaining control. Society must shift from survival mode to abundance, ensuring that basic needs, food, water, shelter, safety, are guaranteed for every human being. 144 continuing to quantum solar flash in. This vision is not a utopian. It is the natural evolution of a species that can no longer survive under outdated models. Technology has expanded, awareness has grown, information is global, and the younger generation is no longer willing to live inside systems designed for obedience, poverty, and limitation. Humanity has reached a point where it must choose between continuing the old path of collapse or embracing a new path of conscious creation. A true global reset means rebalancing the world around values that uplift life rather than exploit it. It means shifting toward economic systems based on real value. It means global cooperation instead of global conflict. It means investing in the earth rather than extracting from it. It means a world where education prepares individuals to thrive, where wealth is not hoarded by a small group, where human health is protected rather than threatened, and where every person has the opportunity to live with dignity. The future belongs to those who can envision a better world and have the courage to build it. Humanity is ready for a society where abundance is the norm, not the exception, where knowledge is accessible to all, where leaders act with integrity, and where the systems of the world exist to support life, not diminish it. The global reset is not chaos, it is rebirth. It is the moment when humanity steps out of the shadows of outdated systems and begins constructing the world it truly deserves. A world guided by awareness, fairness, empowerment, and truth. A world built on principles that honor the human spirit instead of suppressing it. This is the direction the future must move toward, not because it is idealistic, but because it is necessary. Survival demands it, evolution requires it, and the children of tomorrow deserve nothing less than a world transformed. Alleluia. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Diego E. Berman, Ph.D., Scorpio New Moon, seeding the Fire Horse Timelines, November 19th, 2025. Dear friends, today's new moon in Scorpio arrives like a deep, velvet silence in the cosmic night, a moment when the sky becomes fertile, unseen field where new timelines are seeded. Scorpio energy always pulls us inward, into the hidden chambers of our psyche, but this particular lunation acts like a magnetic portal drawing us toward the emerging frequencies of 2026, the year of the Fire Horse. In many esoteric traditions, the Fire Horse year is linked with dynamic transformation, bold reinvention, and the ignition of dormant soul contracts. Today's Scorpio new moon becomes the first spark of that flame, inviting us to plant intentions that will not just shape the coming month, but the entire arc of the year ahead. Because the moon is dark, completely absent of reflected sunlight, the sky opens like a pure canvas, allowing the radiant light of Scorpio stars to reach Earth with no interference. Antares, Akrab, Shuba, and the surrounding star fields shine more directly into our atmosphere, infusing our energy bodies with ancient codes of courage, mysticism, truth, and rebirth. This is why new moons in Scorpio often feel more intense than others. The starlight itself becomes the illumination, bypassing lunar filtering and activating deeper layers of our intuitive and spiritual DNA. In this darkness, we are not without light. We are touched by a more primal, stellar luminosity. As we align with this cosmic moment, our intentions gain a rare potency. Scorpio governs the underworld, the subconscious, the alchemical process where desire becomes form. Setting intentions today is like dropping seeds into volcanic soil. Charged, fertile, transformative. These intentions don't stay at the surface. They travel down into the deeper energetic layers and begin rearranging the subtle timelines we are connected to. This is why many people may notice sudden clarity about the path ahead or unexpected inner pushes to release long-standing attachments. The timelines of 2026 are already forming, and today's choices act like signatures imprinting the direction we are moving toward. Physical shifts may be especially noticeable for energy-sensitive individuals during this lunation. You may feel pressure around the head and crown, waves of heat or cold through the spine, tightness around the solar plexus, or deep fatigue as the body recalibrates to the star-charged darkness. Some people experience vivid dreams or waking visions as the subconscious becomes more fluid and porous. The body is integrating the crystalline frequencies carried by the Scorpio stars, which can temporarily amplify sensitivity, digestive patterns, or sleep cycles. Emotionally, Scorpio's new moon brings an unmistakable depth. You may feel unusually introspective, intuitive, or fiercely protective of your energy. Old emotions may rise, not to destabilize you, but to show you what no longer fits in the reality you're stepping into. Others may sense a strange mixture of vulnerability and power, as if something old is dissolving, while a new inner core is crystallizing. This is the emotional alchemy of Scorpio at its finest. The breakdown that precedes rebirth, the darkness that gives shape to new light. As you send intentions into the spiritual realms today, imagine them carried upward on the pure, unfiltered light of the scorpionic stars. This is a moment of deep co-creation with the universe, or where the veil thins, the future listens, and the spark of the fire horse year ignites within your field. Trust that what you plant now will unfold across the powerful, accelerated timelines ahead. Tonight in the moonless dark, you are not merely wishing, you are rewriting the path of your becoming. Have a great day, much love, we are one. From DiegoBerman.com. And today from Divine Star of the Light Judith Kusel. Huge and expansive activations pouring in. In stillness and quietude, I asked about the next steps into 2026, mainly with forward planning in mind. I have shared about all being in a total state of non-form now, in a gestation period. What is gestating is unlike anything known before. This was confirmed again. As much as we can speculate, can try to foresee, can push forward, we cannot. This is teaching us to trust in the process, and simply being receptive in this state of flux, nothingness, the unformed yet forming formed. Remember, I'm being told all is already present in the here and now, the outcome already there. What if that outcome surpasses all that you can even imagine right now? But you first need to grow, to gestate, to morph into being ready for the ultimate reset, ultimate miracles. Just yesterday I experienced such moments of expansive gratitude in nature, watching nature changing form as she adopts her summer's green. I simply surrender and allow, and there is peace. In my heart and soul I keep holding the vision, the ultimate anchoring in of what my soul is here to fulfill, and affirm this morning and night. Let this moment of preparation be that is quiet reforming into newly created form. The formless, the forming, and the new form are one and the same. It does not mean to not carry on co-creating and lovingly serving. It simply means I surrender to divine will, even as I am serving with joy and love. From JudithKusel.com. And today from Sovereign Harmony Astrology. New Moon, 28 degrees Scorpio, Wednesday, November 19th, 10:46 p.m. PST. This week's new moon joins Mercury retrograde inferior conjunction in Scorpio as it opposes Uranus in Taurus, while forming trines to Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, and Neptune Pisces. This is a time of great depth both personally and collectively, as we turn inward and allow the furthest reaching crevices of our being to be bathed in a cleansing wash that forces everything out into the open for the purpose of acknowledgement and release. There can be some element of surprise associated with this, as what comes up and out now goes further into the past than what we had assumed could still exist. And yet this is the very thing that needs to occur in order to open us for what is coming in 2026. Pandora's box gets left alone for a reason, but it must be open now so that the box itself can be cleansed. And with the light of truth and so that we are made capable of taking steps toward the freedom that is an essential component of our birthright. Remember that intense time back at the end of 2025? Hush, future self, we will get there when we get there. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Colleen Lemma. On Wednesday, November 19th, we have a new moon at 28 degrees Scorpio at 10:47 p.m. Pacific Time, 1:47 a.m. Wednesday Eastern Time. This is a new moon about profound transformation and emotional honesty. There is a metaphoric death and rebirth energy that is happening. This will support you in shedding old attachments and habits to make way for renewal. It is a time for deep introspection, facing what you've repressed, and reclaiming your personal power. This new moon in Scorpio will connect with many other planets. Quincunx to Chiron, the wounded healer. The need to look at deep-seated emotional wounds and patterns with a willingness to face the truth in order to heal past pain. Have the courage to move forward. Grand trine with Jupiter, ruler of belief systems, retrograde in Cancer, and Saturn, ruler of karmic lessons, retrograde in Pisces. An opportunity to confront past karmic wounds, lessons, and stories, and make necessary changes for healing in order to create a more empowered future. Expand into your spiritual wisdom. Conjunction to Mercury, ruler of the mental realm, retrograde in Scorpio. A potent time for deep introspection, mental transformation, and uncovering hidden truths. Listen to your intuition, initiation of a deep soul reset. Trine to Neptune retrograde in Pisces, a period of deep emotional release and spiritual introspection where we are encouraged to face and let go of old patterns and illusions in order to create a more authentic future. Magnified, intuitive guidance. Opposition to Uranus, the Great Awakener, retrograde in Taurus, a sudden emotional transformation and personal liberation, bringing opportunities for radical honesty and significant breakthroughs, encourages you to face unconscious fears and attachments, release what no longer serves you, and embrace necessary endings for a powerful rebirth and renewal. This is about a deep dive into the psyche to initiate soul-level changes and align with your truest desires. Go within, set intentions, embrace change. Blessings of love and light to all, from ColleenLemma.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury retrograde, re-enter Scorpio, opposite Uranus in Taurus, and trine Neptune in Pisces. Venus in Scorpio, trine North Node in Pisces. Mercury is in slow motion flight, an astronaut falling backwards through space. Mirroring, we too are sent tumbling back to deep waters, back to the tug of the undertow, back to the secrets and shadows, mysteries and the unknown. Delicious enigmas, scary fantasies, oddly satisfying riddles, and extra weird lines of enquiry. It's like we're caught in a conspiracy theory, mind blown yet questioning, skeptic looking for more proof, soul arguing for instinct. Let the mind wander around all these topics. Feel what you feel. Be curious about your shadow. Don't worry about giving emotions a name if it won't come. Speak it in poetry or music or interpretive dance. Loosen your grip to regain control. There are other ways, beyond words, to convey feelings. Let your heart show you the way. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 240, Yellow Rhythmic Sun. Tone 6 with keywords organize, equality, and balance settles the 6th day of the Blue Eagle wave spell, like a steady heartbeat under soaring wings. These days are always really handy. They are great for getting yourself organized. Ask yourself what needs sorting out in your life and then get on with it. Rhythmic days are about finding balance, being practical, and striving for equality. Take advantage of this helpful energy and you'll be better prepared for the rest of the wave spell. Today is Yellow Sun, representing enlightenment, life, and universal fire. This makes for a lovely combination of day and number. Expect to have moments today where ideas just pop into your head. This is great for problem solving, and if you are consciously journeying through this Blue Eagle wave spell, today will provide an opportunity to fly very close to the sun. Be creative with what you see. This day can also be useful for organizing education, of course. If you have an yearning for learning, today is perfect for attending a lecture or booking a class. Seek the knowledge you desire and you will find it. Maybe open a book or schedule that workshop you've been eyeing. Guided by yellow sun, this is a very bright day, which is great for illuminating our paths. When any day in the Tzolk'in is guided by itself, this means the day's energy is doubled, and the meaning of the day is simplified. No external guiding force to put on a different spin on the day. Pure solar clarity. Let it light every corner of your vision. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina, Papa Giorgio, Yellow Rhythmic Sun, 6 A'ho, Keen 240, 19th of November 2025, Organizing for Enlightenment, 1111 Gateway coming in. Keen 240 equal 24 code equal 6 Heaven, Christ, Harmony, Romance. Keen number 240 equals 6 and Tone of Creation equals 6 Rhythmic 6 Christ Consciousness code plus the double sun, Glory be. Day 6 in the Blue Eagle wave spell, where we are being asked to fly high and focus on the big picture, the divine plan for humanity, so that we can create it, envisioning the highest timeline for ourselves and our planet. As our visionary powers and third eye are awakened and activated, it is time for another mass awakening of humanity. New moon in Scorpio. Today we have a 111 triple new beginnings code plus a 123 forward momentum code plus 1111 doorway on a Scorpio new moon. When I tuned into this new moon yesterday, instead of feeling water and intuitive energies, I felt fire. Waves of heat were moving up my body, which perplexed me. I then realized I was feeling the fires of transmutation and resurrection. Scorpio governs birth, death, and resurrection. As we are in day 6 of the Eagle wave spell, this activates the phoenix energies through the scorpionic cycle of the scorpion, evolving through the golden eagle and then the holy dove. Adding Keen 240, the double rhythmic sun to the mix, and we have the whole toolbox required for our ascension. Day 6 of the Blue Eagle wave spell, accompanied by a double yellow sun with a 6 Heaven's Gate code. A hugely insightful day for our God, Buddha, consciousness vantage point. Today we are organizing to balance our life so that we can attain the divine 0-point neutrality, where all is equal and all is one. A very powerful and insightful day for aha moments. Epiphanies and breakthroughs are highly possible. Tone of creation. Rhythmic tone 6 in the physical realm. Action, organize, power, balance, essence, equality. The 6th day of the Blue Eagle wave spell is the one that brings balance. The rhythmic phase is where this all-adventuring, radiating miracle learns to walk, but consciously, precisely, with fine organizational instincts. And what superb balance we see. Today we learn to independently find our own balance through our own connection to Source. When you do what you love, and let your spirit soar like the eagle, you shine brightly like the sun. Shine the spotlight on the people, circumstances, and environments that give you clarity and assist you in attaining a balanced life. Today's question is, how can I balance any inequalities in my life and world, restoring order, so that we, can realize unconditional love and nirvana? Es pavo, beloveds. Thank you for taking back your power. In la ketch shalakin. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 240, Yellow Rhythmic Sun. The mantra, the code for today is, I activate in order to enlighten. Balancing life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So if you'd like to help support our work, our mission, and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world for free, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to thank our Divine Brother of the Light, Patrick Harper, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Brother. We truly appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for each and every one of you. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a very powerful divine invocation for the new moon in Scorpio. Beloved source of light, great mother of the waters, holy guardian of the underworld and the rebirth flame, on the sacred new moon in Scorpio, I enter the temple of transformation with courage, humility, and trust. I call upon the forces of the great phoenix, the scorpion priestess, and the serpent of sacred renewal to surround me, protect me, and guide my path. By the power of the dark moon, by the depth of the unseen realms, and by the truth rising from within my soul, I invoke the light that lives inside the shadows. I now release all burdens I no longer need, all fears that have weighed upon my spirit, all patterns that keep me bound, all illusions that dim my inner fire. I surrender them to the waters of Scorpio, to be cleansed, transmuted, and dissolved. In this holy darkness I reclaim the fragments of my power. I retrieve the wisdom of lifetimes past. I awaken the strength I had forgotten. With this new moon I rise. With this new moon I transform. With this new moon I am reborn. From the ashes of who I was, I step into the radiance of who I am becoming. I call forth my true path, my soul's clarity, my authentic voice, my sacred purpose, my divine wholeness. By the blessing of the Great Mother, by the fire of the phoenix heart, by the stillness of the black moon's cradle, I am renewed, I am aligned, I am whole. And so it is, and so it is done. Thank you, beloved beings of light, for joining us today. Have a most beautiful, blessed, and powerful new moon in Scorpio as we continue our journey through the ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.